What's up, life gamers? Do you struggle with keeping good habits like me and pretty much everyone else on the planet? Try making your own scoreboard. You know how in old school video games like Donkey Kong, they'd show your score and then they'd compare it on a scoreboard of, like top score, and then if you made the scoreboard or not. Players who wanted the best score, they could actively aim for that score. They go, I want to get that many points. And this would keep ambitious players coming back, trying to beat it. Of course, real life does not have a scoreboard. However, we have the ability to make a scoreboard for ourselves. Okay, so let's say that you want to be an amazing saxophone player. Feel free to substitute saxophone for whatever it is you're working on. First step is start tracking the amount of time that you're practicing your saxophone. Table or a chart or a ledger. Just make something where you can record the amount of time, how much time you practice. Once you do this, you'll see a visual representation of how much time you've put into practicing your saxophone. Now, from this point, there's kind of a few different ways that you can take it. One way is to simply try and outdo yourself from day to day. This strategy can help a lot, especially when you're starting, especially if you're going from like 0 or very, very little time. For some people, it can be a little ambitious to try and outdo themselves every single day. I know that I personally have put that technique into place a couple of times early on, and I did not have the fortitude at that time. What I think is an easy step for a lot of people to get into is weekly totals. How much time did I practice the saxophone in total last week? Also know that you're not bound by the calendar. You could say, I'm gonna take a 3-day total of amount of time that I practice, whatever works for you. So after doing this for a while, after recording, what you're gonna start to see is a visual representation of your habits. How often are you practicing the saxophone? And then you compare yourself to your score. Last week, my score was 2 hours and 30 minutes of practice time. So this week, I'm gonna aim for a higher score. I'm gonna aim for 2:45. You give yourself these little goals that you created. All you had to do was start recording what you were doing. I've used this technique for so many different things. I've definitely used it for writing, as an actor memorizing lines, or as a director making a shot schedule. I've done it for singing, practicing scales, making videos for Level Up and Create, and other content. I use it for that too. And this scoreboard technique is not just limited to your creative projects. The amount of time that I exercise, for the amount of sugar that I eat on a daily basis. I use it for the amount of money that I'm making and spending. When you aren't recording the amount of time that you're doing something, you have to rely on your memory. And the problem is memories can sometimes get fuzzy, especially when it's been a little while. Why give your memory that job when you could easily just record it down? Whether you're trying to be the best in the world at something, or whether you're just trying to be a better version of it later than you are right now, start tracking them. Start making a little scoreboard, and you're going to be able to see what it is that you're doing with your time. Also, feel free to get creative with it. Something on a bulletin board or a whiteboard, whatever you want to do with it, go nuts. The important thing is are you recording the information? Are you looking at the information? And then are you doing something with that information? So what habits are you going to keep a scoreboard for? Let me know in the comments below. Or also, when you make a scoreboard, take a screenshot of it or take a picture of it, whatever it is, and put it in the comments. I want to see them. I think that'll be really cool. I'm running a special for my private coaching right now. I coach via video chat. If you're a subscriber to my YouTube channel, then you're going to get a pretty heavy discount from now until April 15th. Specific information about that is in the description, or check it out on my website, or feel free to email me, levelupcreate@gmail.com, if you want a free 15-minute coaching session. Thanks, y'all. Level up and create.